Yo nerds, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. I have to suffer through this terrible, terrible commercial beer. Ooh, man, probably my favorite commercial beer in the world. I need bottles. I have little batch stuff I need to bottle, and I am up there is where I keep bottles. I'm pretty much dead out of just regular 12-ounce bottles. I actually bottled the Ron Mexico citrus missile yesterday. I got 30 bottles out of that thing, so that's going to be pretty rad if it turns out good. That beer was fermented with the White Labs 644, the Sac Trois, the yeast that used to be Brett, now it's not Brett. Big controversial in the Milk the Funk world. I'm really curious to see how it comes out. The gravity samples and stuff are like crazy citrus. Like not hop citrus, but like lemon like it's weird. So I'm really curious to see what cold and carved that thing is going to be like. Should be interesting. I've got it in the Saison chest at like, what is it now, 81 degrees, so they should carb up fairly quick in there, I think. I just use the carb drops, these things. The little candied, well, they stick together, but those things. I have pretty good luck with those. Sometimes it maybe comes out a little over-carbed, but for bottle conditioned beer, I don't think that's that bad of a thing, really. I mean, never like to the point where it's a gush or anything, but you get, you know, like a Victor Brew's 27 finger head sometimes. But whatever, it could be better. But honestly, I can't be bothered to dose out sugar for a small batch thing. Another cool thing happened today. I got some red, white, and blue sprinkles and some gold cupcake sugar in the mail from my dude Andrew at Not on Sundays Brewing, which is awesome. Thank you, Andrew, for the sprinkle mail. Along with the sprinkles, he also chucked in a couple beers, which was rad. So check. Let's see. Where do we start? All his beers are already in the fridge. I have an electronic list. He's so organized. He sent me like a fucking spreadsheet with the beers on it. So that's on my laptop over there. But there's like Brett Farmhouse, Bourbon Barrel Aged Quad, 2 fruited lambics. I'm stoked to try the stuff that came out of that box. I really need to let it settle, probably through the weekend. We'll see if I last that long or not. I'm taking the kids to the Dells to go water sliding, so I might have to sneak one of those bottles down there and bust it open. I don't know which one. And then along with that, he sent me some commercial beer from his hood, which is rad. So we've got the Tropicalia from Creature Comforts, and the Cosmic Debris from Creature Comforts, which is super cool. I don't know if it says what they're hopped with. I got to do a little research on these things, but I know I've never heard anything bad about Creature Comforts. And this is a brewery I've never heard of, a beer I've never heard of, and maybe that's just because I'm a little dim and I'm stuck up here in the snow, but this one from Orpheus Brewing called Transmigration of Souls. So that sounds like a Tenacious D song, but I'm pretty stoked to try it. 10% double IPA in a can. Sounds like that ought to drown the children out of the background. So yeah, that's kind of what I have going on. Pretty rad week. I think I'm going to try and bust out a beer quick tomorrow before I leave for the Dells. Here comes a little effort. What's up, buddy? Yeah, that good? Okay, so anyway. Big problem is because it's warm outside. We don't want to go outside now that it's warm because there might be wasps outside. Perfectly solid logic there. So I'm going to try and throw down a beer tomorrow. Which is probably going to be a Saison. I know that's a big shock. I do a lot of those lately. But I think I'm going to try and use the Lou Brew Brett Saison blend that he sent me. I don't know if I'll do a small batch, maybe like a 2.5 gallon thing again, or if I'll try and do a lower gravity, regular size batch of that. I haven't decided yet. I gotta look at grains and see what I've got. I know I've got some Belgian Pilsner that I'm gonna use. Aside from that, I don't really know. I probably won't do anything super weird to it. Or I'll change my mind completely and brew something different. I don't know. So, if anybody's got any crazy awesome ideas, or Lou, or anybody that's kind of a Brett guy, shoot me an idea. I've got this blend of Saison yeast and 6 different Bretts. They tend to lean towards the fruity side. It's actually the yeast that I did a review of Ryan's beer, the one that glowed. They use this yeast, so I know kind of what direction it heads, which is pretty awesome. So I think what I'm going to do is make a pretty hoppy Saison with. I don't know if I want to use the Pecco. Maybe I will use the Pecco. I need to brew a beer for. We always go camping Memorial Day with a bunch of people, and I'm going to take a keg of beer down for Memorial Day, but I don't want to take a blonde because blondes are dumb, and well, they're not dumb. I don't know. I just want to brew a blonde because I just don't. I'm into saisons and stuff lately, so I'm thinking maybe a kind of a hoppy saison with Pecco hops. I've got these 4 ounces of Pecco kind of burning a hole in my pocket, so. I wonder what that would be like. So Ryan, let me know if you kegged that Brett Saison. I could just ask you, I guess. If I should bottle it, I don't know. Evidently, I have not planned this out at all. I'm sure that's of real shock to a lot of you. But anyway, I've got cool beers. Hopefully, some other people have cool beers. Moon Man. It's free bottles, man. And they're awesome because if you just look at the label with water, it falls off. They're sweet. Anyway, this is very rambly. So, yeah, new nerds. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. And I'll get at you later. Cheers.